Right. Okay then. So let's begin. I think today we were discussing that we were going to build your characters, you two, because Dave has already sent his one. So today I'll be sort of going through his character with you, so you can kind of get an idea, if you haven't already read his.
Okay.
Um, I know that Corey's currently investigating his class and everything like that. Um, how would you like to proceed? Would you like me to go through Dave's first, or does Corey want to go through his first, or do we want to build Nick's?
For me, I just want to make sure we go through the basics to start with. Probably you could probably do me and Nick together. So
Yeah.
once we've chosen our race and class, which mine is the dwarf barbarian,
Mm-hmm.
then I want to go through the abilities, and hopefully everything else will kind of fall into place a little bit easier from there.
Okay, fair enough. So should I give you? I'll discuss Dave's one first. Dave's character. Just so you can kind of get a feel of one of the characters already in your party.
Okay.
Alright, so he is, as he said several times, he's going to be a Dragonborn Paladin. Mayastan Rogar is his character's name. He seems quite tanky. He's when he's equipped his shield, he's got 18 armor class, so he should be pretty tanky. He's lawful neutral, so he's not a good character, but he will follow the law as much as he can. And he's a former cultist as one. He'll be holding things like his greatsword and his mace, with his shield. And then we go to personality traits. He says, I am stoic, quiet and unmoving until my wrath is unleashed. When the warm bloods run, screaming in terror, you might see the faintest smile creep onto my face. So,
What a freak.
Yeah, he's even though he follows the law, he clearly enjoys what he's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just going to disconnect my mouse. There you go. His ideals are loyalty and honour. Those who show it deserve respect, and those who do not deserve to be trodden into the dirt. Fairly simple.
Mm-hmm.
And then his bonds is a little bit more reading, so it's quite small writing. Here we go. I seek vengeance on the people responsible for framing and murdering every other member of my clan within the cult of Tiamat. A human cultist named Fralem Mondath, a half-orc named Bogluk, and a half-dragon named Resmir are all on his to kill list. He also has some flaws.
Sorry, just with that thing you just mentioned there, because I had the same thing in my old character. So, do you have to weave that into the story, or is it already in the story?
No, those are very specific traits to this story that can be put into your character.
Right.
Because obviously these characters definitely exist already within this storyline.
Right, okay.
So if you want to continue with those, that's absolutely fine. If you don't want to, then you don't have to. So, right. I did send a thing, there's like 10 different bonds you can choose from. If you want to have them. You don't have to have them at all.
Yeah.
If you want, you can have something completely different and then say the name of X person that was in this bond. I want to have a previous relationship with them.
Okay.
And then we'll discuss it further.
Mm-hmm.
See, Dave's flaws are he is bitterly melancholic, lost and without purpose since being expelled from the cult. Now all he has left is the prospect of revenge.
So he's fucking depressed then.
So he's depressed and he has nothing to live for.
Oh my god.
So if there's going to be a bit where he can get revenge and sacrifice himself, he's probably going to do it, to be honest. He does have some healing. He has Lay on Hands, which is a healing ability. And he can find celestials, fiends, or undead within 60 foot once per day. That's just some abilities that he has. Has he put on here? Nope, it's just one page. So I don't know if he's got any magic spells or anything aside from that. But at level 1, I don't think a paladin really does anything at this point.
Okay.
So there's your tank. There's your Dragonborn tank. The rest is really up to you. So you two want to kind of run through. I know, Corey, do you want to run through your ideas at the moment?
Yeah, well, I guess if I'm a dwarf barbarian, I would imagine I'd often be at the front line along with the tank, dealing a lot of damage. So I don't know if you want to do something similar, Nick, or if you, because we were both ranged characters before, but it might still be okay having someone sit back and do some damage from far as well. We might need a sniper.
Yeah, that's what I was interested in, being like the ranged person, like the lighter touch, sort of faster character. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. If you've got a tank that does a bit of healing, you probably need to have some damage dealers who at least can see other things. So one at a range and one that can make sure the tank isn't being swarmed.
Okay.
So you say you're a dwarf, Corey?
Yeah.
So you've foregone all the others, including the new races. Remember, those are still there. Are you a hill dwarf or a mountain dwarf?
What one would be more likely to be a minor? Mountain dwarf?
A mountain dwarf would be a minor.
Then I will go for that. Because as we said, I'm gonna be a harpy. It was the harpers in the last one, right? And we created the harpies.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be a harpy and a previous minor of Fandolin.
Okay, so you're a newly recruited harpy.
Yeah.
Because you think the harpers were a bit of a... That's a very good description there. Right, so let's have a see. So, barbarian. Because I've got this app on my phone that can build characters, so I can kind of see where you're going. And what's your background?
I don't know. What options have I got again?
You've got acolyte, charlatan, criminal, entertainer, folk hero, guild artisan, hermit, noble, outlander, sage, sailor, soldier, urchin. From that, if you're saying you're a miner, I would probably question whether maybe like a guild artisan, somebody who used to make stuff with the stuff that he mined. Obviously it's your character. You can be a criminal for all I care.
Yeah, I can't even find that list of the backgrounds.
I want to be the third one on that bonds list you sent.
Oh right, the third one.
Yep,
Every 5 nights.
Apocalyptic Dreams, yeah.
Right. Just because you really like the dreams that Dave kept sending you.
I just think like it might go with my wood elfy dude. He's a bit nature inclined. He might be able to see the future and shit.
Yeah. Like he uses like essentially the force and isn't aware of it. Trying to. It must be in the.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah.
But so if I'm an artisan, I have to be a guild artisan.
Yes. But that could be your history. So like when you were a miner, you were part of the miners guild.
Right. Yep. That makes sense.
See, I don't know the stats and everything that it goes with it, but I think the best thing to do when you're looking at your background and everything is to not look at the stats. Is to go, this sounds like how my character has been, like how he lived his life.
Sounds about right.
And then he's got the stats from that. And then you're going to do the simple version of the point scoring. Because you're a mountain dwarf, you get +2 to Constitution and +2 to Strength, which is pretty nice.
Well, considering I'm going to be very strong anyway, yeah.
And then you've got your 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. So what are you going to put in what?
Oh, wait, sorry. So where does it start? So 15 on strength.
15, yeah.
Yep.
15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. You can put things in any order.
Okay, so tell me those pluses again. So
you've already got...
no, wait, oh, sorry. So you put those in any order you want, right? Okay.
Yes, in any of those.
Okay, so 15 for strength and then plus the 2 bonus. Is that what you said?
Yes.
So 15 plus 2. Okay. What was the additional?
You also get
Constitution?
+2 Constitution.
+2. Okay. So I suppose I don't really need much dexterity. So let's swap that for a start. Constitution at 15, so 13.
What, Constitution at 15?
Constitution 13 plus 2, I think is probably okay.
Okay, so what's going to be your second highest?
How do you do all this shit? Where'd you get that from?
Right, so the basic stats that you can get are 15, 14, 13, 12, 10 and 8. Those are the basic stats that you can put in any order.
Where's that Excel sheet? I've never seen that. Is that something you sent out?
No, this is the one I created for tricks.
Ah.
I think you did send it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's on the Facebook.
Did Dave just write all his shit onto his character sheet?
Yeah, there's a form fillable character sheet. If you download...
do you want this? Because this is automatically doing the positive.
I don't have Excel, mate.
Oh.
Alright, download Dave's character sheet.
I've got it open.
And then just edit the hell out of it and make it your own.
Okay.
And then obviously do file save as.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, my computer has all the form fillable versions that you can get. I think you get them on like dungeonanddragons.com. I think they're all there.
Oh man, did I not take into account negatives here? Can't skill.
Something will be a negative. So, what's going to be your lowest stat, Corey?
Can you see them?
Not in enough detail. Not when I've got Nick's screen up as well.
Well, let's see. How about now?
Yep. So right. So you put. I'm confused. Alright, okay, so Constitution is your second highest stat. And then...
No. Well, out of the originals, the 14 I put in Charisma.
Okay, so Charisma is your second highest. So go Strength, Charisma, Constitution.
Intelligence.
Wisdom, Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay,
and then obviously on top of the original stats, I've then got +2.
Yeah.
Strength.
It's just I have to fill it in on your thing on my phone.
Oh, no worries.
So you get 2 skill proficiencies from this. That's why this app is so good, because otherwise you'd have to go through the book and find everything. So you now get a choice. Have you finished what you were doing with that then, Corey, so I can tell you this?
Yeah.
Okay, so you now get a choice. You get to pick 2 of these. You get Animal Handling, which is Wisdom based, Athletics, which is Strength based, Intimidation, which is Charisma, Nature, Intelligence, perception, wisdom, and survival wisdom.
Oh man, I can't keep up. Right, animal handling, athletics. Was it intimidation?
Intimidation,
Yeah, nature.
nature, perception, and survival. Now you get to choose 2 of those.
I get to choose 2 of them. Okay.
I know which ones I would pick, but obviously...
Well, I'm thinking intimidation.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly athletics or... Yeah, I don't feel like I've got the intelligence to be perceptive, so... No, you know what? I'm going to go for animal handling.
Animal handling and intimidation.
Intimidation, yeah.
Okay, so whenever you do a strength check, which is usually athletics, it will be slightly harder. But then again, Dave is quite strong as well, so there's 2 of you. If ever you need to do that.
Yeah, well, I plan on... if I level up at any point, I plan on that going into strength anyways.
Okay. Okay, so animal handling and intimidation. And then it asks for your character's name.
The character's name, Gads. Maybe that'll be like a short thing. Short for Gadsden.
Gadstone. And then the surname?
So, well, yeah, but no E though, so not Stone. So Gadston.
Okay.
I don't really know. I don't know if I even want a surname again.
It would be nice to have a surname so that I could potentially throw it in. Like, you could come across another member of the Iron Picks or something.
Okay.
Like, it could be like your clan. So maybe your guild. Like, maybe the Dwarven culture is that you adopt your guild's name as a surname.
What sort of stuff are they mining at Vandalin?
It'll just be your standard ores, like your iron, your I don't know, copper.
How about this? Ore house.
Ore house. Okay.
Yeah.
Gadsden Ore house. Now, I realise what you're doing there. Are you committing to that? Because I'm about to save it.
Yep.
Okay. It's just like the South Park game that's just been announced. The Fractured Butthole. Oh man. Right. So, I've got all your stats here now, Corey, if you would like them.
Hold on. I just need to work out what has gone wrong on my thing here. I think I know what it is. Shit. Maybe not. Alright, go on. I'll sort that out now.
Okay, so you've got 14 HP.
Okay.
Your armor class is 11.
Oh man, that's low.
It is, but you also have a special ability, I believe, as a barbarian. Your skin, like, toughens up or something. Hang on, where is it? You add your constitution modifier to your armor class when you're not wearing armor. So you're currently on 11, and then it would be +2.
But wait, so what? So am I not wearing any armor?
No, you wouldn't wear armor. Not as a
So
barbarian.
I would always be +2. Oh no, that's just in barbaric mode.
Yeah, but the point is, if somebody gave you armor and a shield that was +4 in total, you might wear that.
Yeah.
But to begin with, you can start off just completely nud.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and your initiative is -1.
Yeah.
Right, so if you want to go through the... Oh, right, I can... Oh, sorry, I can also see a couple of other proficiency you have. You also have insight and
Oh, this
persuasion.
just naturally, is it?
Yep. I think these are from being a guild artisan.
Right, okay, yeah.
Insight and persuasion. Which is quite nice. Your intimidation and your persuasion are actually higher than your athletic skill. Which, probably as a big rage monster, is probably a thing. Right, so, have you read about rage?
No.
So, twice a day, you gain advantage on strength checks and saves. Deal 2 damage on strength-based melee attacks and resistance versus bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
What page is this on?
That'll be on Barbarian. So twice a day you can go into a rage, which can either help you out defensively or aggressively. So you might want to save it in case, like, Dave falls down or something, and you see your friend lying there and you just rip your shirt off. Like,
yeah.
So if you want to go through, like, your weapon choices and all that in your book, and then I'll move on to Nick.
Okay.
And start doing his one. Okay.
Sure.
So Nick, you were a elf, but you were a wood elf. Is that correct?
Yep.
Then you're a ranger.
Yep.
And what background were you going to go with?
Where are the background? Is that like? Well, yeah. Actually, where are those backgrounds from? Sorry.
It's on the. Have you got the Big Player's Handbook there?
Yeah, I've got that open.
Go. There should be a background section. Do you have the
personality and background? Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got a choice between acolyte, charlatan, criminal, entertainer, folk hero, guild artisan, hermit, noble, outlander, sage, sailor, soldier, or urchin.
Fucking hell. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, I've just come up with a great character. But, I'll say it after you've already made up your mind. What I will say,
yeah.
you don't have to commit to wood elf being what you are. Like, you can be a different type of elf.
Sure.
So you can be a mountain elf or a da-da-da, but you use the wood elf rules.
Okay. I guess I'll be just like off the bat chaotic good.
Chaotic good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you needed to
Just
get...
many elves are chaotic good, so...
Yeah. And Corey, what were you going to be?
I'm not sure yet.
Fair enough. As you think about your character, you'll probably think about it a bit easier.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so your background, Nick.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't move page until it's picked.
How do you... Well, can I just say that I speak lots of languages, or is there a limit?
It depends on what you've specifically done in the past. So, I know elves can pick extra languages and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you're a sage or something like that, you might know an additional language of your choice.
Fucking hell, I thought there'd be like a short list of the different backgrounds, but there's massive pages. Right, I'm looking through them.
No worries. You can kind of guess by the names of them.
Yeah.
Roughly what they are.
Which one did Dave choose?
Dave chose. Let's have a quick look. Ex-cultist. So he did one like specific to
Okay.
the backgrounds. I'll ask him whether he has added an actual thing to it. Like he might have put criminal as his, and then added the additional bonuses that it gives.
One of them's sailor. I love it.
Yep. And if you're evil, you actually get to pick pirate. You get to transition it to pirate, which basically means that you can do petty theft, and people won't do anything
Right.
because they know who you are.
I'm leaning towards Outlander.
Right.
Fucking hell, my eyes kill me. Really bad hay fever.
No worries.
I want to rub them until they go blood red and blood comes out of them, and then I think I'll be satisfied.
Ew. Is it
So,
Outlander? What?
Yeah.
What are the bonuses for Outlander?
So skill proficiencies, athletics, and survival.
Right.
Tool proficiencies, one type of musical instrument. Don't really know what that means. Like,
You could just come across points where there might be something that can only be soothed by a musical instrument.
okay. Languages says one of your choice.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be Elvish for me.
No, you'll know Elvish anyway.
Oh, +1.
You'll basically know Elvish and Common.
Okay, so by default, you know, kind of like your original and the common. Okay.
Yeah. It depends whether you can read and write with them, but I think elves would be able to. It will say in the elf rules.
And then the equipment is staff, hunting trap, trophy from an animal you killed, a set of traveller's clothes, and a belt pouch containing 10 gold pieces.
Okay. That's simple.
So it tells me you can choose from 10 different origins. Oh, so do I have to roll these to get different ones? Like they're all linked up to like D10, D8, D6, you know?
What that gives is that you can either choose or you can either randomize it.
Sure, yeah.
Because some people might quite like the idea of just jumping into a character they haven't properly had.
Yeah, I bet, yeah. I'll be like for origin, I'll be a guide. Then personality trait. Oh, I've got fucking hell.
See, the character that I had envisioned as soon as you started saying Wood Elf Ranger.
Yeah.
Like, in my mind, I was thinking, how awesome would it be to be a sea elf? Like, and you're just like an archer, so you would always used to battling pirates and stuff. And then as you got better as a ranger, you could end up having like a sea hawk as your pet, so it like gouged out things' eyes and stuff. I was like, it's great. It's a great character idea. But your one makes sense with the Outlander.
For personality trait, I've selected. I have a lesson for every situation drawn from observing nature.
Okay.
Ideal. So I'll pick the first one because it's linked to chaotic. So it says life is like the seasons in constant change, and we must change with it.
Okay.
Bond. So I've already selected a special bond, didn't I, from your thing? Apocalyptic dreams, or do I have an additional thing from the normal list as well?
Basically, with that kind of stuff, you can make it up. Like,
Yeah.
you can say that you've got the apocalyptic dreams, plus there's something else that really gets you going. Or you can just go with that and then roll with it during the story.
Yeah.
Go same with you as well, Corey. If there's ever a point where you feel like your character, like as you've got to know it, you want to throw something else into the history of your character, and you want to turn around to me and go, in like a private message, I've got a little secret. When I was 10 years old, I murdered my brother, or something like that. As long as you're only talking about your character, I'll be okay with it.
All right.
So that if there is any point that you feel like, actually, this would be really what is motivating my character to be like the way that I already am, then I'm good with that. And it doesn't have to be something that the other people know, that as long as I know it, and as long as you know it.
So the Bond thing, on that list, it actually has one already that says suffers awful visions, so it kind of links into the one you shared. I may beef it up a bit, but at the moment I'll leave it at that. Flaw, I'm going to pick the don't expect me to save those who can't save themselves. It is nature's way that the strong thrive and the weak perish.
Right, so very, very similar to one of Dave's feelings about if you work hard, you deserve to get what you want. If not, then you get trampled into the dirt.
Sweet. I agree with that in real life as well.
Unless you're a millionaire.
So do I need... So that's kind of like the personality thing filled out. What else is there?
Okay, you've got your ability scores. So you've got your 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 8. I'm assuming 15 is going to be your dexterity, because your racial stats give you +2 dexterity and 1+ wisdom.
Oh Christ! I'll just go back to the health page quickly. Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
You might want to go onto your ranger stats, because I know that rangers might have a couple of spells, and if you find out what the modifier is for your spells, like you might actually use wisdom every time you use a spell.
So I do have spell slots.
Yes. I think it's because you do things like your spells are to find things and aim at them better and things like that, rather than suddenly summoning a hail of arrows or something.
I know 2 first level spells from the ranger spell list. I don't know where that is yet. Jesus Christ, it's so much.
Well, spells are very difficult to go through anyway.
I mean, I might have to sort some of this stuff out offline, but I'll try and get as much sorted as possible now.
Spells is something that you need to look at offline, because you need to read which spells you're allowed to do, and then choose which ones to the maximum amount that you're allowed. So if we sort out your stats, so you've got 15 in your dexterity, and then what else? What's your 14 going to be?
So these things, I've removed all the stuff from Dave's thing, and I've put it on my one. So what did you say? You said there were 15, 14, 13, 12, and 8.
12, 10, and 8.
Okay.
10 is a +0.
So, okay.
So you need to pick one that you're going to be as good as everybody else in the world. And
Yeah.
then one that makes you slightly worse than everybody else in the world. And then everything else you're better than your bog standard.
Sure. So my charisma will be 8.
Your charisma's 8.
Yeah.
Let the other guys do the talking for you.
Are we actually going to roll for gold, by the way?
You can do the rolling for gold.
Well, if you just have like a standard value, I'll just go with that.
Yeah,
because I'm just looking at equipment and stuff.
I could just say that you all just start with 100 gold. 100 from the stats seems to be about slightly higher than normal, but
okay.
What are the benefits of Constitution, if I may ask?
Health.
And if you're going to take like a poisoned attack or something, you might have to use it in your defense. But then again, you are very dexterous, so using leather armor, your your initiative and your armor class might actually be quite high.
Okay.
I think your initiative is going to be like +4 or something ludicrous.
Where is starting equipment?
That'll be listed under Barbarian, and it'll also be listed under your background. So Guild Artisan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
you'll have some very specific things that you got from back in your history.
Oh man, I forgot about all this.
Sorry. So I've tell me if I've done something stupid here, but I've put it as follows. So 13 strength, 15 dexterity, 10 constitution, 12 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 8 charisma.
So, sorry, go again. 15 dexterity,
10 constitution.
Sorry, yeah, so 10 constitution,
12 intelligence, 14 wisdom, 8 charisma.
and 13 strength.
13 strength, yep.
Yeah. Okay, sounds fine by me.
Like, so all these little things next to it, saving throws, athletics, how are they all decided?
Right, so your proficiencies. Right, so you have your standard proficiencies, which for you is quite a lot. You've already got athletics, you've already got perception, and you've already got survival. So put a little dot by them.
On this shit. I'm confused.
Right, so in your character's history, you've learnt some things. So you're already naturally good at athletics, perception, and survival.
So do I put like dots in those things then?
Just put a dot, and all that means is that whenever you roll, you add 2 because the dot is there.
But you said athletics, survival, and what?
Perception.
Okay, so I've dotted all of those.
And then you also get to pick 3 more. Because you got less stats than Corey did, you get an extra proficiency. So now you get to choose between animal handling, insight, investigation, nature, and stealth. You get to pick 3 out of those 5.
Animal handling. What does nature get you? You're in tune with nature.
Yeah, you'd probably be able to understand, oh, this is a thingy leaf from Glendale or something.
That should really help us out as a party.
Yeah, so I'll pick nature and animal handling. And what were the other 3 remaining?
Insight,
I was being
investigation,
sarcastic.
stealth.
What's investigation?
Do you want to see how someone died or something like that?
Yeah.
Is that like detective, like Batman?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I'll pick that one then.
Okay.
All right, Mark. My out my starting equipment just quickly. I had an option between great axe and martial melee weapon, and two-hand axes or any simple weapon. Should I just go with the original great axe and two-hand axes?
Martial weapons are better, generally speaking.
Right.
So have a look at the list of martial weapons. I don't know whether there's a two-handed martial weapon, is the question. So that might be why you've got a choice. So like you might be able to choose between the two of them. You might be able to get two huge swords that are both one-handed or something, or two big axes. Or you can choose between like having a big two-handed axe and a smaller weapon.
Well, no, yeah, I was going to say because I've got the two-hand axes as that's a small weapon by the looks of it, a great axe, but both of them can be subbed out for something else. So where would I find the martial melee weapons then?
There's in the equipment section.
There's a weapons area, isn't there?
Yeah. Hey, it looks like you're going through it now. I think it's at the bottom of that. There's a small little chart. There.
Okay. Martial melee weapons. There we go.
Is there any two-handed?
It says, what did it say? Any martial melee weapon. So I can pick any of these then.
You can have a two-handed one. Make sure that you don't have one that has finesse.
Yeah, okay.
Because that means
there is one that's versatile though.
Versatile means that you can use it either two-handed or one-handed, and it will have two different stats for it.
Right, okay.
Right, so Nick,
Yeah.
leather armor or scale armor?
Scale armor.
Is that how you envision your character? You've worn.
Yeah, scale armor.
And would your character use a shield?
No.
Okay. And then let's create your character's name.
I've chosen Carrick Learden.
So, how do you spell Carrick?
Carric.
And then Leodin?
Is Liadon. Sounded a bit like Langdon, Corey, so I picked it.
Blimey. Gosh. Okay.
I'm having trouble with, the dot things next to the,
Yeah.
like skills. Like when I click on one of them, it ticks med. So when I click on investigation, it dots in medicine as well. Pissing me off.
What an odd thing. Because you also got a section where you can put your plus amounts next to it, can't you?
Yeah.
So we just leave it that medicine dotted, but don't add the +2 when you're doing your additions to it.
So how do I do all these additions then?
Right, so you see, for example, athletics says strength.
Yeah.
Right, you put your strength modifier into it, which is...
How do I know those?
Right, so you picked, what was it, 13?
Yep.
So what's the... Alright, so 13 is a +1 modifier. So
Okay.
your athletics would be a 1, but you're proficient in it, so you get to add 2 to it.
So it's +2.
So it's actually +3 in total.
Okay, sorry. It says as well in the guide, I can see that I've got saving throws of strength and dexterity. So what does that add stuff as well?
Right, so you know when you die, like
Yeah.
when you get knocked to the floor, you can
Yeah.
choose between those two to be as your...
Okay. Is there a plus in those, or is they just...
that's just a +2 for whenever you're trying to not die.
Okay, so I put +2. So the next one on the list would be investigation, and that was against 12 intelligence.
Right, so I've got all your list here. Hang on.
Okay.
This app. So athletics is 3.
Yep, +3. Yep.
Then acrobatics is 3.
Okay. Yep.
Sleight of hand is 3.
Okay.
Your stealth is 3.
So I'm just writing like +3 plus. I'm writing them all in there. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
And then your arcana is 1.
Okay.
Your history is 1.
Yep.
Your
I'll be right back,
investigation
guys.
is 3.
Okay.
Your nature is 3.
Yep.
And your religion is 1.
Okay.
And then move to your wisdom ones, which are animal handling is 4.
Hooray.
And your insight is 2.
That insight seems connected to my history one as well. It won't let me keep 1. So when I put in history as +1, it put in insight as +1, and then when I put insight in as +2, it put history as +2. They seem to be linked for some reason.
That's weird. Maybe after this, download a form from the form fillable from Dungeons and Dragons and just transfer it over.
Yeah. Are you writing all this stuff down? Like, is it going into your app thing? You said.
Yeah, I've got an app with it.
Okay. I mean, I'm saving a copy of it, but you might have to like double check it, before we start, just to make sure.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Medicine. Sorry.
Medicine is 2.
Yeah.
Your perception is 4.
Okay.
Your survival is 4.
Cool.
And then your final ones, you should have 4 that are blank at the moment. Deception, intimidation, performance, and persuasion.
Yep.
And they're all -1.
Okay. Cool. Passive wisdom for perception.
Your passive wisdom is going to be like +3. So
Okay.
it's 13, I think. Yeah. Yeah, because it's standard 10, and then it's...
The proficiency bonus and inspiration, what were those two?
Your proficiency bonus at the moment is +2. So
Okay.
everything that's got a proficiency is +2. When
Cool,
you hit
okay.
like level 8 or something silly, it might go up to +3.
Okay. And then in the inspiration, is that?
No, you don't have inspiration yet. Inspiration is when you do something that I think your character really, really, really would do.
Okay.
And I give you a point, and then you get advantage on any roll that you like.
Cool.
So your health, your HP,
Yeah.
is 10.
Okay.
Your
Is that
initiative,
Is that the hit point maximum, or is it just 10?
it's just 10.
Okay.
Your hit dice, so when you're increasing health, is
Yeah.
1d10.
Sure. Yeah.
And then initiative is 3.
I'm back.
Here.
Okay.
Your running speed is 35.
Okay.
I think that makes you the fastest of the party.
All right.
Is mine 30?
Yeah. And then, are you ready for this? Your armor class is 16.
What the frick?
Wow.
Because he's dexterous and he's wearing scale armor.
Wicked.
Wow.
So you're not going to have much health.
Yeah.
So when something hits you, it's going to really hurt. But most of the time, you should be able to dodge things. Because that's the thing, your armor class isn't actually you being hit and your armor deflecting it. It's you dodging the stuff.
Yeah.
Right, and then you're going to look at your weapons. And
So it says my equipment can be 2 short swords or 2 simple melee weapons and a longbow. Is that right? I'm looking in the range section.
Yeah. On mine, it's already said that you're on short swords and longbow. See, you do want finesse weapons. You want, on the list of weapons that you get, you want to go by finesse. Because that means you use your dexterity to hit things rather than you using your strength.
Yeah. I can't tell by the background what. Oh, never mind. Got the equipment here.
Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm putting in the attacks then.
Right, so your attack, you've got a +2 proficiency in your attack, and your dexterity is +3. A short sword is a +5
Right.
attack, dealing 1d6 +3 damage.
Okay.
And then a longbow is a +5, dealing 1d8 +3. And they're both
So
piercing.
what was the short sword attack bonus?
+5.
Okay.
So your longbow obviously does more damage, but if something's within 5 feet of you, it will do hardly anything. Like, you're really likely to miss, which is the weird thing. Or not do the damage to actually hurt something.
Okay.
And then you can also go through your character background and your class and have a look to see if there's any more weapons and bags of goodies and stuff that you get. Like when it says that you've got a proficiency with one musical instrument, it probably says as well that you actually have that musical instrument on you at all times.
Yeah, okay.
Your spell attack is +4.
Where do I write that in? Is that just in the
There
bit
should
beneath?
be a second page, but I don't think Dave hasn't got a second page.
No, he doesn't.
So you'll need to download the magic section.
Okay.
So it looks like wisdom was your spell modifier. Because you get wisdom, so you get your +2 wisdom +2 proficiency. And then you can do your spells like that. Which is alright, considering the amount of times I was hitting with my spells and I was only +5.
Yeah.
Spell DC is 12. I need to look up what that means again. Oh, spell difficulty. What have you. Okay. So you've got loads of extra stuff.
I'm getting a bit lost now. So what would I put in the features and traits?
Right, so in your features, you go through what it says on the on both your class and your background, and they'll both have lists of features, and you just add them both to it.
Okay. Is that the same as is that the traits basically?
Yes. Yeah, so you've got things like dark vision, fey ancestry, trance, and things like that.
So for Wood Elf, it's ability score increase, elf weapon training, fleet of foot, mask of the wild. Are those the ones?
Yep. I don't know what fleet of foot is, but
your base walking speed increases to 35 feet.
yeah, that's why you've got 35 on it.
Okay. Mask of the Wild says, I can attempt to hide even when I'm only lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist, and other natural phenomena.
Yeah, this is all things that you can just sort of type into it.
Yeah, I'm just copying them.
I think that's what Corey's doing at this exact point.
Yep.
Oh, wow. So you've also got a favoured enemy. Gain advantage on survival and intelligence checks concerning your chosen creature type. You know language spoken by those creatures. So it could be like spiders, wolves, orcs.
Dragons.
Could be dragons.
Or dragonborn even. That what?
Well, Dragonborn speak Draconic, so they all speak the same language. Also kobolds.
What's my attack bonus, by the way, and my damage value? I've put in the D for each of the items. I haven't got like an addition on there. I don't know if I need one or not.
So sorry, your what?
My attack bonus and damage value.
Okay, so your attack bonuses, you got your +3 strength. But then on your, like, if you have like a great axe or something, it's +5. So it's your +3 strength +2. For any,
because I'm proficient.
Yeah, for any weapon that you're going to use strength with, so not finesse weapons.
Yeah, makes sense. So it's the same for that as well then. Okay, so then the damage value, is anything added onto that?
Your damage is as per what the weapon says. So that's the damage value, you know, like 1d12 +3 or whatever.
Yeah, but it just says 1d12, it doesn't say any additions.
Oh, well, does
that mean I don't get it?
+3 for strength. Every weapon has +3 strength damage.
Okay. Cool.
I can't believe your surname.
You love it though, because it works, and yeah, it's funny as well.
What would Dave say?
We'll find out.
I've just got a message from Hearthstone on my phone saying that Tavern Brawl is open now. That's cool.
Right, what else do I need to consider?
Oh, your speed is actually 25, sorry.
Damn.
You're really slow. Guess you are a stumpy little dwarf.
Guess so.
I'm really surprised that you went with dwarf rather than the Goliath people.
Because in Phandalin we never came across one.
Fair enough. You realise that none of this goes anywhere near Phandalin.
No, I know, but my background does.
Right.
I mean, I suppose technically we could have put it in. But
You could have said that you were in the mines and what's her name kept you down there, kind of stuff. Because she wasn't allowed you or something interesting. Like, she would have gone to jail if she'd have been found out. You're an illegal race.
Most dwarves are lawful. I'm probably going to be good because I just don't like orcs now.
Right. You can put in there that you've got a hatred for orcs.
Yeah, I might do that.
You don't get the advantage that Nick does if he chooses them, but
Lawful good, I'm happy with that. Okay, I think all of my stuff might be built in now then. What else do I need?
So you picked all your weapons. What did you go with?
I went with the original stuff. I went with the great axe and the 2 hand axes.
Okay.
Technically, I could like the long sword would be the same sort of thing, and it would be more. It would actually do a touch more damage, but
You envisioned a great axe.
well, I just feel like it's more of a barbarian type
Yeah.
weapon.
Do you have any spells?
I don't think so. I'm dwarven, so I highly doubt.
Dwarves can do spells.
Yeah, but it's much less common though.
I don't know. It's only in Dragon Age where they just straight up can't.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Let's go fly a kite. Let's have a look. See if I can. Player's Handbook. Let's have a look.
It says the ranger bit tells me what equipment I'll have on me, but it also says check your check your race as well. But I can't find in the race bit where it tells you.
What's it you're looking for specifically?
It's like equipment basically. So in the ranger bit, it tells you the equipment you have.
Right.
But I thought it says in there as well that you should also check your race as well. Sorry, your background, not race. 1 second, don't worry. Back to
Do I have expertise in anything?
What, proficiencies?
Yeah. I know you sometimes get expertise as well.
I don't know. What was it you were looking for before, Corey?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's saying something. Oh no, it's because I was saying spells
Oh yeah.
to you. Let's have a look. See if you've got anything that you learn. No, you've just got rage instead.
Right, I think I'm gonna log off now. I think most of my thing is populated, apart from the spell stuff, obviously.
Yeah, I think all I've got left to do is personality traits and background sort of stuff, really, as well. So.
Okay. Well, when you guys have sorted that, do you want to just send them over to me? And,
Yeah, we'll do.
And then I can have a look over them before we start off on our journey.
Yeah, I'll try and get something sorted this weekend.
All right. Fair enough.
Sounds good. Is our next thing next Tuesday?
I would assume so. I can't remember where Dave is at the moment.
Yeah, we might.
I think he's just away this week, isn't he? So we'll just see if he's up for it. Then I think we can make that work.
Yeah. So send your things through, and then we'll ask him.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
Alrighty then.
All right. Cheers, guys. Catch you later on.
Cheers.
Toodaloo.
Bye bye.